Hello, welcome.
Hello.
Welcome to episode 28 of umbraCoffee. We are currently without a guest,
But we're waiting for our
but we're
guest.
waiting for our guest. Marcus should be joining us shortly, we hope. How's your week been, Marcin?
Oh, it's very interesting. I'm settling after the whole vibes and everything, the energy and everything else around Code Garden, and still flying using this energy.
Of course.
And how's about your week?
Yeah, exactly the same. Like you say about the Code Garden energy, HQ have been feeding us just more and more highlights and snippets.
It's hard to forget about Code Garden, right? It's very hard
exactly,
to forget.
Exactly. So in the week we've had the videos went up, and I've gone through and watched a lot of the sessions that I missed. It's really happy they got those out so quick, and the content looks really good as well. So
yeah, let me share my screen. I can show how well HQ did the work around gathering everything around Code Garden.
Here I absolutely love this photo. I said this on Twitter this morning. This is from day 3 at Code Garden umbraCoffee, and we had so many people on the sofa. It's just really
and so much joy on this photo. So all people are happy, and probably you were happy because you can't hear me walking through the venue. But yeah, here we have every blog post, every video released about the Code Garden. After all, gathered in one place. So everyone who wants to see or read anyone else's opinion or just a roundup, it's very nice place to start here. And also, the couple days back, HQ released the CG18 Aftermath, which is also a great summary of everything what happened during the Code Garden. I really like to read this, some testimonials or opinions from the stuff, and also high five to us. Thanks, Ilham, for that.
And high five to HQ for supporting us as well.
Yes,
something I love, Neil's actually, it's written it in here, but he also tweeted about it earlier in the week, was this is the first Code Garden where he's felt relaxed after and not kind of jumping to see what he can do next. And he's going on a 2-week holiday now, which is very well deserved.
Yes, that's true. That's true. I really hope that Niels is getting rest, because they really get the job done perfectly, I think.
Oh, absolutely. Like, even as an attendee, and we did a lot of stuff in the days there as well, but I was exhausted for a whole week at least afterwards.
Yeah, and also the all communities picked up the vibe, and also are organizing the meetups across the globe, where where usually it's around the V8 and stuff announced during the Code Garden, and we've been attending a Melbourne remote meetup, right? You've been presenting.
So I dialed into the Melbourne meetup on Tuesday, which was our Tuesday morning and their Tuesday evening, and I presented just kind of a summary of everything that happened at Code Garden, from the retreat all the way through to some of the content in the keynote, V8. I didn't go into too much depth about every talk because, well, that's kind of impossible. There's so much content there. But then the videos came out later that day, which is awesome. So they got to go back and watch over those.
And we've seen, we wanted to ask Marcus how it went yesterday.
Yeah.
But as he is still not here, there was a meetup yesterday in Stockholm, and I've seen some pictures from it, and it looked like really great time for everyone there. And Rune is probably still in Stockholm because he was running a training for a Swedish company, and yeah, that's great to see that. And we also have a virtual meetup tomorrow, right?
It's tomorrow, 6 p.m. UK time, so 7 Europe. I'm not going to bother translating that for everyone else, but loads of people are attending from all over the world. Looks like a lot of people from the UK, but it would be awesome to see who turns up and just where the conversation goes. I don't know if there's like a plan or an agenda or anything for that yet, but yeah.
But yeah, big high five, you rock for Mike for organizing it, right? Because he tried to gather all the people and give the opportunity to join for everyone who is not, I don't know, able to join any meetup around. Because I've seen also the Leeds meetup was yesterday. as well?
Yeah, was that yesterday? Oh, okay, cool.
Probably yesterday.
Yeah, so they normally just meet in a pub, I think, but this time they actually had some talks and some content. I also saw on Twitter rumblings of another Liverpool meetup happening. So there's clearly people have caught the bug after Code Garden and really want to keep up that energy.
Yeah, and finally, I'm also tempted to organize next Warsaw meetup or Krakow meetup in the next couple of weeks to also sum up what happened at Code Garden and what's going on right now, basically.
Awesome.
Because there are a lot of things happening, right? Next
maybe
topic.
This might flow nicely onto the thing we very quietly announced yesterday, which was so Cogworks are going to try and organize a few hackathons. The first one's going to relate to Umbraco V8. We, as a community, want to try and take ownership of getting of HQ's goals and help them with that. So getting V8 to be one of the fastest adopted releases, trying to help package developers in migrating their packages over. So we're going to be running once a month, the last Friday of every month, a hackathon all day. We'll be running it in our office in London or a space in the building, but there's also going to be the opportunity to dial in remotely. We'd love anyone that can make the trip to come down and just say hi, and we're going to have people from HQ dialing in or even here in person maybe at some point in the future. And it's a great way to, one, learn about V8, but two, just get involved, become a contributor, help HQ and the whole community get V8 into the wild as quickly as we can.
Yes, and probably I will be traveling to our Krakow's office as well to help our teammates to start contributing more. And also I've invite everyone from Poland and from near countries to join us, because this is a great opportunity to start working with it and start contributing to open source.
Yeah, and we'll just see how it goes. Like the first one might be a disaster, it might go really well. We're going to have some kind of structure, so it's not just turn up and do whatever you want. It's going to be like, we'll focus on a specific area. But then it's just a great way to dive in deep and learn about V8 on the core and contribute.
Yeah, and speaking about V8, Stefan started a new category on our. Of course, V8 category, and there are some discussions already about features and things which require some more attention from HQ, and also some comments from community, because everyone has its own voice, I think. And I've read all of them, and I'm really happy to see that there are some issues which are getting resolved already, and there are some really amazing community members who are willing to spend some time to help implement them. And also the whole initiative about jumping into V8 was inspired by some of those discussions and some of the issues around it, right?
Yeah, there's a discussion. I think people in the community have started creating threads on this. So James South was asking about improving iFile system providers, and the community have been chipping in and sharing knowledge from Code Garden and other stuff. So it's great to see everyone finally starting these discussions and just making progress on getting V8 into the wild.
Yeah. And speaking about community and also pull requests and contributions, we've seen an article which finally confirmed and released more details about the new CPR team in Umbraco. We've been mentioning it last week, but here in this article we can read more about people who are currently involved in the CPR team and what's the plans for the future, right? And we also seen information today that there will be coming another blog post which will be more in-depth look how HQ sees the whole opportunity and how it will look from the inside and from the outside, I think.
Yeah, and so for those that don't know, the idea came about. HQ want to scale how they can more quickly approve and merge pull requests. So the idea was brought up that we'd have a community panel who help review the pull requests, do code reviews, give feedback, just to make sure that those pull requests don't require so much input from HQ, and they can just look at it and go, yep, that looks fantastic, and hit merge. And it will try and prevent this idea that we've got pull requests hanging around for the past 2 years. I saw Dave on Twitter said they've actually been slowly going through the repo and all these 200 odd pull requests that have been open for the past few years. and they've been commenting on them and trying to review those. So there's active work happening. There's been a lot of activity in the past week. So I really look forward to seeing what they do with this.
Yeah, and also some PRs from the retreat and around Code Garden were merged during this week, and
Awesome.
the CPR team was really involved in that. I had a really great feedback from Anders about some features which I provided, and we fixed it together. That's great to see that.
Yeah, contributing in a different way. So we talk about code a lot, but then there's also articles and blogs, and Scrift has come out again this week, or it was Tuesday. We had the 2/3 of the Scrift team on last week, and they shared a few insights with us, but some really, really nice posts here, and also a comic strip from Matt, which they teased us about, but it looks amazing.
Which I unfortunately missed at the very beginning, because I tried to find it in the email, and yeah, but it was released here on the web, and you can all see the amazing work done by Matt, and we really hope that it will be continued for each Script magazine, because I think that this is a really great addition to the magazine content.
Yeah, absolutely. It would be it'd be awesome. I know they said that they used to have this kind of semi-regularly. Yep. And Matt very kindly donated this, and they don't want to commit him to doing this every month, but it's a really nice addition. So yeah, and the content themselves were great. We discussed trying to get both of the authors on, or some of the authors on, but they're both US based, I think. So time zones don't really work out for us, unfortunately.
And also about new releases, we had two new releases this week. Richard Sutterman released a bug fixes release for CMS import, and Marcus, who's still not here, released a new version of the dashboard package, which we wanted to talk more about today. And I know that the inspiration for rewriting it a little bit was I don't know, introduced by some community discussions during the Code Garden and post Code Garden. And I've seen that some of the work was done because of the new opportunities revealed for the package. And I still believe that Marcus will have more time, if not today, maybe the other day, to reveal us more, I don't know, background behind this new release. But I really like this package. And I watched Jeffrey's talk about security in Umbraco, and the dashboard package was one of the top most installed package across the top sites in this list of the most popular or the biggest sites running Umbraco. So
it's really cool.
It's great to see that it's evolving as well, and yeah, we can see the new version. And this is a really great package. I've used it in a couple of my projects before. I really like it.
Awesome.
Yep. And what else we have? We have some new announcements or new informations which we wanted to mention as well. HQ is looking for new talent, new team member.
Still looking for. Yeah, this was advertised a few months ago. I saw Morton tweeted something the other day saying that they were maybe struggling a little bit. So if anyone knows an Azure specialist that would be interested in working at Umbraco HQ on their various Azure setups, so clouds and everything, they're looking for you. Apply.
Yep, and also I want to give credits for Jonif for running and maintaining the Reddit channel.
He's been doing this for about 2 years, and he religiously updates any new content he finds, goes straight up on there. It's really, really good. I don't know if many people use it because I don't know how many Reddit users there are.
There are some upvotes and not downvotes, but some upvotes for specific topics, and I use it. I'm checking it from time to time. And John, if you're watching it, you are an active contributor to umbraCoffee content as well, because we are also using it. And yeah, if you are a Reddit user and you didn't know about Umbraco Reddit here, this is it. And also wanted to give a credit for Off-Road Code for the article about running up V8, because we watched a lot of discussions and troubles around running V8 branch, and here's a really nice in-depth look how to do it right. And
yeah, I know some people had a few. I think Pete actually had quite a few complications with getting it set up, and other people just said, "I just installed .NET and it just worked." So mixed reviews, and it's probably something we're going to have to tackle as part of our hackathons that we start running, because yeah, everyone's got different setups on their machines, whatever. But if there's any issues actually in V8 that we can help iron out, then again, this is where the community steps in. Pull requests, blogs like this really help us to get everyone else working on VA and get everyone else up and running.
Yeah. And also speaking about community, I'm personally surprised about the community activity around different areas. I've started a side project, the back office themes package, which was I don't know, done to create some fancy back office look, which initially was a hacker look, which I've created, and I was backed by help from Lee and also John Randall and Marcel from Germany, and I've just put it into the GitHub, and it started running, and people are contributing, and I'm really surprised about the whole activity here. And we promise that we won't be mentioning GitHub or Jithub. Jithub.
Yeah, this is tricky. It's been in the news this week. Microsoft have acquired GitHub, or they're in the process of doing it. A few people got a bit nervous and antsy about it. I saw James South tweeted, seeing all these anti-Microsoft tweets about GitHub makes me wish there was lids and padlocks on keyboards.
Or did you see the graphic with this word mascot or this?
Yeah, I did see this.
And how it will look, or it install something from Microsoft.
There was actually an Ask Me Anything Reddit yesterday with the guy that's going to be coming in as the CEO of GitHub going forward from December or end of the year when they have fully acquired GitHub. And he answered a few questions, and he was like, I can say that won't be happening. They're going to try and not change anything is the gist of it. They understand that developers need choice, so people use Atom and Visual Studio Code, and they are two separate products. They're not going to try and bash them together. For as long as there's demand for either of them, they'll continue supporting them. The same with GitHub. They'll try and improve integration between their products and GitHub, but I saw all kinds of rumors earlier in the week, like, oh, they're going to add a login with Microsoft Box to GitHub, and actually it's something this guy said. I can't remember his name. He said, in fact, if anything, we'd do it the other way. They would add a login to Microsoft with GitHub, because GitHub profile is a developer's identity, and it's what a lot of people use all around the web. So changing times, exciting times.
Yeah, I also said to a couple of my Polish friends lately that everyone who wasted a lot of time migrating repositories from GitHub to other providers can just focus on doing the great work and continue doing great work, because probably nothing will change for us.
One of the funny things I saw as well is everyone tried to move all their repos off GitHub to GitLab, and someone actually posted showing that GitLab is hosted on Microsoft Azure. So all these people saying, oh, we don't want Microsoft near our code, well, they still have it.
But it's exactly the same how massive, I don't know, escapes from Facebook or other providers are looking.
Exactly. People are anti-Google, anti-Microsoft. So each their own. Everyone can make those decisions. You spoke about contributing, and I just wanted to jump back to that. So actually, at the end of last week, there was Jonas Piferon, I think, contributed to my Meganav package quite a lot, and I'm really thankful for that. So again, contributors getting behind some of the stuff that maybe hasn't been updated in a while, and it's given me energy to go back and relook into some of these things, which is great. And just talking to some of the team internally in the past week, I've had tons of ideas for things that I want to work on now. So I've kind of got the that open source spirit back after CodeGuard and all the talk of GitHub this week, all of the contributions that have been happening. So I can see that happening.
Yeah, and also we are inviting everyone to contribute to umbraCoffees as well, because we are here for you, and we want to have you here as well, and your input. So if you have anything to share with us, anything you want to mention, or maybe you have an idea to make it even more attractive for you as a viewer, let us know. We are open source.
Speaking of that, so I posted in the Umbracian Slack channel about this earlier in the week. For people that really want to easy access to umbraCoffee, we've now got a special URL. So you can go to umbra.co/ffee, and you'll be redirected straight to our YouTube channel, which is awesome. We also have umbra.coffee, I think.
Yep.
So if anyone doesn't fancy typing into Google and doing lots of clicks, you've now got an easy way to just get straight to our content,
or
and contribute and engage.
As the proper YouTubers are saying, you can just subscribe, ring a bell, take a bell, and everything else like that, and you will be up to date.
We are not proper YouTubers.
Yeah, we are not proper YouTubers. No, we won't be pretending. Okay, that's all. I think that's everything what we wanted to cover.
Yeah.
Thanks, Callum, for wrapping it up and jumping into another topics. And we are sorry that Marcus is not here. I will try to track him down and
we'll find a way of getting him another day.
Yeah. And thanks you all for watching, and see you next week.
See you next time. Have a lovely weekend.